Alright guys, welcome back to part 2 of Gaming and Console Tech. Right, I'm going to try and get this video done because I've tried doing it a couple of times. I'm not going to go into that. Now, as you can probably see, I've taken my hat off as well. Probably got a line around it, but now, this is basically the hardware section of this pickups video, basically, or 2 pickups video, which I've got quite a lot of, so I'm going to go through it and give you basically the tour of what I've got. The first one I'm going to go through, and there is a surprise at the end of this video as well, because something I didn't expect to pick up, which is absolutely immense, if I'm honest. First one I'm going to pick up, if I don't drop that first, there with me, which is the cover for that, is the N64. Now, the reason that dropped off is because it's got a little bit of a latch missing. I've actually ordered one of them. They're simple enough to do. But that's the N64. Wire, lead and controller that came with, so, you know, why not? Also, I bought Lilac Wars for it at the same time, which, good game. For you people in America, you probably know that that's Star Fox 64, basically. The 2 other games I bought for the N64 at the time, which I bought a little bit later, was the V-Rally 99, which isn't as good as the PS1 version. Can't remember how many times I've said that now. But yeah, not as good as the PS1 version. Good game though. Limitations of the hardware kind of give it a little bit less graphic capacity, if you will. And also Super Mario 64. Now this one's got names written all over it: Max, Aaron and Linley at the top of it, and Max and Aaron in the front sticker. In the words of Ryan Shan saying that, I hate when people do that. It's annoying for the people that actually have them afterwards and collect for them, and it's, you know, it just pisses people off generally. So, but yeah, it all works. If I find another copy, I'll probably replace that anyway. Ideally, box copy if I could ever find one of them for cheap. I very doubt that'll happen. But yeah, there you go. The next one I've actually had a lot of issues with, which is the Dreamcast. Now, I actually bought one of them. Turned out that I was doing something wrong with it. I couldn't get a picture from it. And it turns out that the wires can be very loose in the back. So yeah, I ended up buying another one and managed to get the other one working. Tied on irony, that's all I'm going to say. Which is the one I have stood there. It's in perfect working condition. The last one I had, if you remember, the internal battery was basically generally knackered. It kept resetting the time and everything, so I was a little bit annoyed with that. So I ended up getting rid of that, and obviously I've got that one now. Works perfectly, internal battery and everything. I actually got a free game with that as well, which the guy in the market generously gave me a free game. Which was Mac and X. Now, I don't have a box for this, which was a bit of a shame. They were all in a plastic case when he gave them me. But I've put it in the case that I bought with the game that I'm about to show you, which is MSR. Still believe it's a precursor to PGR, which is Project Gotham Racing. This is Metropolis Street Racing. Made by the same people, only obviously PGR was on E360, and you know, it's a precursor to that. You do exactly the same thing. Earn kudos, get on with the game. The more kudos you earn, the more tracks you open, the more cars you get. But anyway, moving on. Now, the next one is, basically, I did have one of these. Sadly, I sold it. Gutted when I did. It was a bit of a piss take when I did, but yeah, anyway. I actually bought another one. Well, I didn't buy it. I actually got this one given. Didn't come with a charger. Didn't come with a memory card, so I ended up buying a memory card and a charger for it, which the memory card's already in it, and the charger is currently hooked up, so yeah. But that is my Vita, which I already had games on my PlayStation Network account to download. One Little Big Planet, 2 was Wipeout 2048, and also there was Little Deviants, which Little Deviants is probably the weirdest game you could ever come across for that, if I'm honest. The case I actually already owned. When I got rid of my last one, I actually kept this because my last one was boxed. But I ended up keeping this because I thought I will end up getting another one. I did buy a game for it as well, a physical copy of the game, which was Assassin's Creed 3 Liberation. Surprise, surprise. Now, that Vita did come with some AR cards which got given with it, which are there. This comes with book, cartridge and everything else, but I popped that in there so they're nice and safe. But yeah, that's that for now. Also, the next one, my wife generously got me by just walking into a shop, apparently. Just waltzing in. I thought she was actually going to put a deposit down on it. She didn't. She just waltzed in, picked it up, and handed over the money. But he did give £10 discount for buying it there and then. So, why not? Now, the console in question. Now, if you're looking at that and you don't know what it is, then, well, yeah. I'll open it up for you. It says Nintendo on the front, but you already know what it says on the little tab. It is indeed a 2DS. Now, the reason I've got this is because I've had a 3DS. I've had two 3DSs, one of the original ones and also a XL. None of which my eyes generally work with. I can see moderately 3D through it because it's without the glasses, but it doesn't work fully for me. I just see blurredness across the screen. Doesn't matter what angle I have it at or whatever. But, you know, it's one of them. Now, I'm going to cut this video short, and I'm going to do another one for the final bit, because the final bit is just, well, immense. It's one of the biggest surprises I've had pretty much all month, and, well, the only thing I'm going to tell you now is that it's in a briefcase. That's what I'm going to tell you. But I'm going to do this as a part 3 because I want to go thoroughly through the one that I've got last. But, like I said, with that 2DS I also got that, but, you know, one of them. Anyway, I'm going to cut it short and see you in part 3.